Hi, Slightly Unblended. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today I'm doing this icy winter wonderland look, so if you'd like to see how I got it, then just keep on watching. Hey y'all, let's do a winter wonderland kind of look. First off, I'm taking the Lens and Blend Bunny side of the collection and taking the L5 brush in the shade Boo. And I'm going to start to pack that blue right into the crease, and I'm going to take it all the way over and flick it up towards the tail of my brow. So what I like about this brush is how it just kind of blends the shades out while I'm popping that shade on. You put it on, nice beautiful blue. And you get it and work the brush around, and it's almost like the shade blends itself out. This is a absolutely gorgeous blue. So now I'm taking it from the outer corner of my eye and flicking it up towards the tail of my brow, and then I'm going to go back in and touch all of that up just to make it super like bold blue. Now I'm taking the LO3 brush in the shade Nobody, which is the lighter blue in the palette, and I'm just going to start to go back and forth using windshield wipe motions and the lightest amount of pressure to get Boo blended out. And it's already such a gorgeous blend, and like I said, these blues in this palette, oh, chef's kiss, so good. With the same brush, I'm taking a little bit more of Boo just to bring it back, because like I always say, blending is repetitive, but it's worth it. And yeah, so that brings that blue back, and it's nice and dark and pretty, and just already the blend, as I said, such a beautiful blend of blues. Now I'm going to take a little bit more of Nobody just to make sure that it's nice and softened up and there are no harsh lines, no harshness, anything like that, just a soft gradient blend. With that same brush just cleaned off, I'm taking the shade 23 to really diffuse everything and make it be like a nice softer blend, and it also kind of makes that light blue a little more pastel. I love to blend out my blends for the most part with a white eyeshadow because I feel like it just softens everything up, kind of melts it into the skin, makes sure there's no harshness, just makes it blend together or blend out very nicely. So I'm doing back and forth windshield wipe motions with the lightest amount of pressure. Now I'm taking a little bit more of Boo just to bring it back, making sure I have the colors the way that I want them, make sure everything is as even as possible. And for this, I'm just focusing on popping it into the crease and using very, very light pressure, going back and forth with it just to make sure I have it all nice and built up. And then I'm going to go back into that second blue shade just to soften it up a little bit, make sure everything is just like popping. But as you can already see, the blend of this is blending. This part of the process is really just me going into all the shades and touching everything up. If you want, just like, okay, what are my words here? You can always add more, but you can't take away. So go back in, touch everything up until you get it the way that you want. So now I'm going to take some micellar water on a Q-tip, and I'm going to clean out my crease, clean off my lid, and then carve out my crease with some of the Juvia's Place Eye Primer. I'm already stumbling over my words, but I feel like I always do that. I apologize. Get a little tongue-tied. And I feel like this is going to take 5 years because I kind of like sped it up, but I didn't want it to be like too fast so you could really see what I'm doing instead of it just being like and being like so fast. So I'm just taking this micellar water on a Q-tip, and I'm making sure that I have the cut crease shape that I want before I go in and carve it out. And I feel like doing it this way really helps when you put your base down. That way the base is true to the color that you put down, and you don't have to worry about your shades getting muddied up. So to carve out my crease, I take this concealer brush from Morphe. I've had it forever, and I don't remember like the number. I think I got it in like 2017 or 18. Had it forever. But I call it the infamous nameless Morphe brush, and it is thin and flat enough that I feel like I can really get my crease carved out very nicely with it. So this is one that I will always carve out my crease with. I'll get the base on it and I'll start from the inner corner of my eye and then work in little sections to get the crease shape carved out. And then I'll start on the outer corner of my eye, follow the rest of it just to make sure that wherever there is skin, I'm trying to cover that up with that base and trying my very best to not get it onto the eyeshadow. So I'm going to pop on a little bit of Boo with the LO5 brush, just keeping it towards my lash line. I'm going to take it up a little bit higher in just a little bit, but I'm just working on focusing it in the center of my lash line area on the lid. With the same brush, I'm taking Nobody to get that nice and blended out, and I just felt like, you know, I'm going to keep it kind of true to the colors that I already have on my lid, because I'm just going to cover it with sparkles, but I really wanted to, like, try to pull the blue shifts in the sparkles that I'm going to use, so that's why I wanted to do it this way. So I'm going to take a little bit more of Boo and just make sure that I'm popping that on, that way there's still that deep, rich blue pigment, and look how they are already magically blending themselves out. These brushes, these shades, so good. And with the same brush, I'm taking more of 23 just to make sure that I'm getting that all nice and blended out. Soften it up a little bit. I'm using more of a lighter duochrome, multi-chrome here in this area, and it's very sparkly and very shifty, so I was like, yes, let's do the white and make sure everything is softened up, but it'll also make the base not be as tacky, and then there will just be sparkles. Now I'm popping on a little bit more of Nobody, and I feel like this is a cute smoky blue kind of blend, almost like a smoky eye cut crease, but not, because I'm about to have it all sparkly. But I'm really excited for the sparkles. I feel like they were just so freaking cute. Alright, so now I'm taking Etta Kirane from the Terra Moon's Cosmetics Dreaming Under the Moon collection, and I'm going to pop that right over the dark blue on my lid. This shade is so pretty, so sparkly, and I was like, yes, I have to use this one. This is giving me Winter Wonderland vibes, and the reflex in it almost looks so holographic. It's really, honestly, so stunning. I'm in love. And now I'm taking Geomagnetic from the same collection from Terra Moon's Cosmetics and the Elizabeth Mott 816 crease brush to pop that on. This is the shade I was just talking about before I got into the sparkles. It's so pretty. Like, these two together, I felt like, I don't know, I was like, this, I think I'm onto something right now. I feel like combining them, using them together, they just contrast each other so beautifully, especially in formula and shifts and reflex, that I don't know, I just felt like they went so beautifully together, and this collection was definitely so good. Like, I'm still loving it. I need to do more looks with it. With the same shade, I've switched over to the Doe Color number 14 brush. That way I can really work that up into the crease. And that's why I wanted to have 23, kind of have everything blended out on my lid as well. Because I was like, okay, this is really just going to, like, amplify, like, make the shifts in this just, like, be more true to what the shifts are. And I feel like it just was really cute. Now I'm taking a little bit more of Etta Kirane, and I'm popping that right in the center to kind of get them blended together. Just popping it on with my finger, just kind of pressing it down and moving my finger back and forth, taking it up just a little bit higher. But look at the sparkles. Oh my goodness. They're so sparkly. I love them so much. Alright, now it's time to sharpen this bad boy up. I'm taking some micellar water on a Q-tip, and I'm just going to go ahead and start to clean it up, sharpen it up, make sure it's nice and winged out, and I'm trying to clean up excess extra excess sparkles and make sure that I have everything even with the other side, because sometimes I do struggle with that. So now I'm taking Space Baby from Terra Moon's Cosmetics, and that is going to be my brow bone highlighter. But what I'm going to do to add like a little bit more of a reflecty, beautiful, sparkly, just dazzling sparkle is I'm going to add a little bit of Luminescence, their highlighter, over top. This is one of my favorite highlighters of theirs. It is so pretty, but even though it's kind of like the more white shade, it has stunning kind of blue reflex, and I felt like it just made that pop. Alright, so with the Glisten side of the collaboration, I'm taking the lens palette, I'm taking Don't Think, Just Do, and the number one brush, and I'm going to try to don't think and just do, and doodle some snowflakes. So how I like to do them is I like to start to draw one line, just up and down, and take another line across it, and then add a couple diagonally, kind of like an X over top of it. So right now I'm just focusing on trying to get the snowflake to the size that I want it, and I'm going to go across it, and it already kind of looks like a cross. I'm just going to build that up, and then I'm going to start to go through from the corners of it, so closer towards the lid of my eye, and then towards the arch of my brow. But I'm going to, like how I did this one right here, I'm going to do that the other way, and just boop, 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 and now we kind of have a snowflake. But it's been a hot minute since I've done snowflake looks, so I'm trying to get back into the groove of them. So I'm doing like this. It's almost kind of like a gleam, but then I'm just going to extend the points, and then I'm going to add little hands on them, like little outward, kind of like a V, but with like a line coming out of the center of the V to kind of give it the snowflake detailing. I feel like snowflakes are fairly easy. You just kind of like have to take your time with them. That way you can try to get the lines to be more even. And my best suggestion would be try not to be like me and have like 3 cups of coffee before you decide you want to do graphic liner, because that's something that I do way too often. Is I'm like, okay, caffeine, 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 and I'm like, got a doodle, want a doodle, I want a doodle, but now I'm shaky because so much caffeine. So just a heads up, if you have a lot of caffeine, it might affect the doodling process, because it does for me, but I also know that everyone is different. So now I'm working on another snowflake, and this eye, I feel like my snowflakes were a little bit bigger on this side, but I was like, you know what, I don't care. I feel like I'm pretty cool because I have doodle snowflakes on my eyes, and I'm sparkly, so they don't have to be perfect. Just have fun with it. That's what makeup's about. Just have fun with it. Do something that you want to do. Be proud of your art, and like, just do what you love to do. And the more you practice, the better you'll get. And I'm still practicing. I'm still learning, and it's just a lot of fun. I like to try to play around with new things, or things that I only play around with like once a year, like doodling snowflakes. Like, I gotta wait for it to get cold for that, and then I'm like, yes, it is time. I need a snow globe on my eyes. And then I'll just be like, alright, time to doodle. And then, yeah, so anyway, they don't have to be perfect. Kind of long-winded way to say just have fun with it, I guess. And now I'm going to pop on some of the Manic Gems Angel Baby Gem Pack just to make sure there's a little extra twinkle. Alright, I'm going to go do the rest of my face, and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the finished look. What do you think? I feel like it's very icy, very wintry, and it's coming in pretty handy because the day that this goes up, it's supposed to be the coldest as it's been all year, and it's already working on being cold, and I don't like it. I prefer summer and like warm fall, warm spring. I am such a, I stay cold kind of person. I just like the warmer weather, but I do like doing winter themed looks. So this I feel like kind of is fitting. I will say I did kind of struggle with the snowflakes. It's been a hot minute. I got to get back into the like routine of doing these because I feel like I only do them ever so often. So yeah. Hey, do y'all want to see something cute? Come here, baby. Yeah, I know it. Hello. Hello. Hi. Oh my goodness, isn't him just the cutest baby? Him says, Mommy, the lights is too bright. Him says the lights is too bright. Uh-oh. Can you say hi? Are you all done? Thank you for coming to visit and say hi. We all appreciate you and love you so much. Oh my goodness. You're my sweet baby. Mwah. My sweet boy. Okay, I felt like we all needed a little Artie because he makes my day so much better, and I hope that he can make everybody else's day better, so I like to have him come join me whenever I feel like I can sucker him into it. Okay, I kind of didn't even know what I was going to film today, and I really don't have a lot to talk about because I am very, very sleepy. I feel like for a week I have done is just run all over the place and just have no idea what I'm doing. The holidays are coming in hot, and I am just trying to do all the things. Please let me know what you'd like to see next down in the comments below. If you'd like to keep up my awkward face and shenanigans while I'm not here on YouTube, then I have all my social medias linked in the description box down below. And if you'd like to keep up with me while I am here on YouTube, then please hit the subscribe button. It means so much to me and I can't thank you enough. And if you like this video, could you please give it a thumbs up, because I heard that it helps push my video out in the algorithm. So if you give it a thumbs up, then thank you. Alright, please do let me know what you'd like to see next. There are videos that I'm going to be working on. I just I feel like since I got back from the beach, it's just been go. And I've been a bit overwhelmed, but I'm trying to get a regular schedule for myself to where I don't feel so overwhelmed. Alright, well, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I'll see you in the next one. Bye!